Hello. Welcome back. We are here for season 2 of Video Journals. Thank you so much for joining in. It feels like a second ago since we did our first season. So for those of you that have watched the first one, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this season. And for those of you that haven't, please go ahead and watch that. So this season is a little different. We're talking all things romance, friendship, Galentine's, relationship, as we are in the dreaded month of February. I like the month, but for how many years it's been a month where it's like, let's just rush past. There's only 28 days, so let's just move to March, my birthday month. But we thought, you know what, this year, let's actually sit in the uncomfortabilities, the questions that come with it, being single for so long, and kind of just use this time to reflect, see what I've learned from being single or past relationships, and also get advice from people that have been in similar situations to me, are married, are engaged, all of that sort of stuff. So I just wanted to invite you in this conversation. Today, we are joined with 2 special guests. We have Zamara and Lois.
Hey.
We've known each other from church, but they're not my church friends. You know how like people are like, oh yeah, these are my church friends, but like they're more than that. Sisters, guys, these are friends for life. We're gonna start with a nice icebreaker, just so that you guys get to know them, and also to put our friendship to the test, seeing as we do know each other for so long. We're gonna see who knows each other the best. For those of you that are watching that know us, play along as well. If you don't get it right, think about yourself. Lois, you're up first.
So it's my question. Okay. My question is, what grade did I get to in piano? What grade? Oh,
you know?
Yeah, I know it. What grade did I get to?
Should we say it at the same time? Okay.
3, 2, 1, 5. You didn't rate me. So I'm joking.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Well done.
Five.
Oh, bro, man. So why are you not playing in church?
Exactly.
Sis, this is like, Tell her, please.
Don't tell me.
Okay, well done, Tamara. You got that.
Not the rosa.
Empty note.
You're up next.
Okay. What is my favourite colour?
Oh, got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Black.
Oh.
Kinda, but no.
Wait, can we guess again?
Okay, yeah, guess again.
Okay, yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Red? Where'd you get that from?
Okay, I've got one more.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I've got... Okay, wait, yeah.
No, you should definitely know this.
Yeah, I do. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Green.
I'm gonna say blue.
I wear black all the time, so people just think I like black. But I actually really like green, like an olivey green.
Yeah, I agree. I like that as well,
love green.
It's only when I thought about the clothes you wore.
Yeah.
Recent the black phase of introducing colour.
Yes.
But then I thought red because of your birthday. Why did you think red?
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. Half a point.
Okay, thanks. What am I most likely to order at a restaurant?
Are we talking about the full meal or just a specific thing?
3, 2, 1.
Salad.
She got it right. Lois, boo. Tomato.
All the tomatoes. I did not have that. Because I was trying to think, where have we been? What have we...
That's what I was
She's
thinking.
had rice. What was with the rice? Tofu. What else was...
Tofu would have been up there. Tofu could have been up there.
Because I feel like I always like, why do you always have salad?
Yeah.
Why do you have salad?
Because some salads slap, man, and you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can actually. You can.
Yeah.
You can. Do we have one more that we want to ask each other, or we want to call this a day?
I do have a second question, but if everyone doesn't...
No.
Go for it. My second question is, what is my favourite chocolate?
Ooh, we did this last week in church, but you gave us like 3.
But what was my number 1?
Oh, okay, I've got this.
Wait. No.
Yeah?
No, yeah. Because I disagreed.
Really? Oh,
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Kinder Bueno! Not Kinder Bueno.
Not the Bueno, but
Boom.
Half a point.
Half a point.
So how many points have I got now? 2. No, 1.5. I've got 1.5 as well. 1.5, 1.5. Nothing.
No, I got one of Samara's, no?
Half a point was for
red.
black. Oh.
I thought that was for the red.
You guys need to agree.
I think I'll give half a point for the black.
Okay, well,
because
you got half a point.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, so as I said, this season's conversation is about romance, friendships, all of that sort of stuff. So my first question to you guys is, what is your view on dating currently? And how has it changed over the past 3 years?
I would say dating for me has always been about just finding the right person, the person that you mesh with, someone that you're like really just comfortable with and you can be yourself with. And especially if like you're thinking about things down the line, you want to see a future with that person. I would say in the last couple of years, I think it hasn't changed too much, but I think it's just about being intentional when it does come around.
Yeah, kind of just to echo what Lois said. It's about being intentional, 100%, because 4 years ago, that was, I don't want to say it wasn't me, but I'm a lot more clearer on what I want now. And I feel like I kind of just wanted a connection. So I would kind of just, probably entertain guys for the sake of it. Yeah. And probably not actually being interested in them as such. And kind of just tolerating things that I know that I wouldn't tolerate now. So now I'm kind of I have more clarity. And if I feel like something isn't for me, kind of from the get-go, then I won't waste time. And I feel like I won't waste their time, they won't waste my time. It's vice versa. I feel like it has to be a two-way thing. If the person knows that they don't want to talk to me, fair enough. Okay. We move on. So...
No, I agree. 3-4 years ago, dating for me was a thing that I really wanted, but I thought I had to match the vibe of everyone else. And if I didn't want something to be a certain way, or if they didn't want a long-term thing, I thought I had to mend to what they wanted. So it was very much more like dating was almost, sad to say, but it was just like pleasing other people, because I wanted a connection so bad that it was like, well, I'll take what I can get, and that's dating. Which then, when I clocked that afterwards, my opinion of dating was just, not doing it, don't want to be involved, get me out, good luck. And now I think I'm at a point where I'm open to it and I want it to be at a standard. And I'm okay now with, like what you said, if it's not working or we've not got the same desires or things that we want to happen in life, it's okay. Like, it's not something that I need to mend to them or I need to do what they want. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, so be it. Like, it's fine. So yeah. Second question, how do you invite God into your desires for a relationship? And do you think it's important to?
I definitely think it's important to. For me personally, I don't know if it's probably just where I'm at the minute. I haven't really asked God into my relationships, but I think that's coming more from a mentality of, I'm so over dating. So I haven't really been asking for something to come along, but it's more, I'm praying, asking for my character to be developed. So when my character is developed, when that person comes along, then I feel like I can be right for that person.
I would agree.
How do you then go to God with your desires in a relationship? Like, what does that look like for you?
For me, I feel like I like to be very honest with God, because he already, in my head, he already like knows what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, to like, he knows your heart to the core. So like, if I'm being honest about whatever it is, as in, okay, God, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling. Can you just, work on me this year? We're starting a new year. Work on me this year, shape me to be whatever you see for me in your eyes, and just kind of aligning with him. It's not even about, like you said, send this person now. Yeah. It's about being honest and saying, God, just align me with what you have for me down the road, I think. More for me.
Okay, so if we're saying that God knows everything already before us even telling him about it, but like, what does that do, inviting God into your desires for a relationship? Like, how do you see a benefit for that?
I would say, like, it's nice for me to say that I'm putting it in the Lord's hands and it's not in my own. I think more than the actual thing, it just kind of helps my connection with God, and that I'm trusting him with whatever. I'm asking him to lead me with whatever it is.
I agree. I think it's almost a bit like, if you've got a friend and you're just being more open with your friend about what's going on in life, your connection with that friend's going to grow more, because you're inviting them in. So it's the same thing, like if we're inviting God into our relationships, things that we're struggling with or whatever, our relationship with God can only grow because we're in building that with him. We can talk to him about that, and it's not something you're hiding.
And through that honesty, if you are having moments where you're like, oh God,
please,
you can just say that, and it is what it is.
Okay, so what have you learned from previous relationships, situationships, even just life lessons that you have then decided you actually want to take that into your next relationship? I'll go first. Do you want me to go first? Yeah. Okay, guys, I've learned a lot. But I think I've learned to have a standard and have a boundary almost of what I want in my relationships. My relationship with God comes first. So going into a relationship, whether that be I'm not going to have sex, but making that clear, kind of going in wishy-washy, a bit like what I said before, where I was kind of bending to what other people wanted to do and then being like, I'll accept it because they're accepting part of me, so I'll just take what I can because out here is gross. But actually being like, you know what, I have this standard and I'm not going to bend to it, I'm not going to change it, and if they meet it, they do. If they don't, they don't, and they're not for me, and that's fine. So I think that's one of the things I've learned. And also to enjoy dating. I'm a person where I'm closed off and I don't want to enjoy it in case that person might leave. However, I've done that with so many people that it became when that person has gone, I feel even more upset because I didn't actually allow myself to like be in that relationship almost. It was like I was watching the relationship rather than being in it because I was too scared. So I think moving forward, it's actually be present in it. And I do think almost a bit like a friendship, like if you are a bit standoff, you're not allowing yourself to be in that, the friend can tell, and your growth in a friendship is not going to be as much because you're not giving as much to that person. I just need to be more, give it, enjoy it, be in it, living in it. And like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least you've lived it. I've not just been on the sidelines, been like, yeah, I kind of did this, but I kind of didn't. I had one foot out, one foot in because I was scared. And then it's not worked out anyway. But I can't even go in and be like, yeah, I enjoyed it there anyway, because it was kind of, I didn't embrace it as much. Yeah.
You kind of just need to live in the moment, don't you? And put your all in it.
Yeah, which is scary.
It is.
But you gain from that.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yep. Say it again for those in the back. Say it again for myself.
Oh,
please.
I will, happily. Actions speak louder than words. Because someone can talk your ear off and tell you everything that you want to hear, but if words aren't matching your actions, then it means nothing to me. And that is something that I've learned from previous years, where it's like, I'm not going to accept you just telling me stuff and actually not coming through on what you're saying. So that is one thing. The second thing is communication is key. Like if there's something that I feel like is on my heart and I want to speak to that person about, but then I'm scared that, oh, they're going to take it the wrong way and then they're not going to like me anymore. Yeah. I feel like I kind of used to shy back and kind of hold back and not say anything. But now I'm kind of just like, just talk about it. Like, it's really not that deep. Like, have a conversation, kind of be vulnerable with each other. But that has to be two ways, because I felt like I started to get better at that. But it felt like a one-way thing where I was like, okay, I'm always bringing something up. I'm always like, let's talk about this. And then I'm not getting anything back. So then it just feels draining. Yeah. So communication is key in all areas of it.
All relationships as well.
All relationships.
I mean, on the back of like communication, building that foundation of the relationship. So from whether like friends, and then you're able to just talk and spending quality time. For me, quality time is like important because I spend a lot of time with my friends. I want to get to know you as well. So spending quality time, not just like talking, but going and doing stuff, having experiences and like building that bond together. Like if I ask you about your day, actually tell me about your day.
Tell me.
Don't just tell me, oh yeah, it was fine, and ask me again. No, like tell me. I want to know. I want to know so like we can conversate.
So my next question is, how do you trust that you will meet the right person even when it feels like God when? Or how or why, you know?
Well, I think for me, for a bit of like time, I think marriage wasn't even on my mind like that. It just wasn't. I was just going through life, A-levels, uni, doing whatever. It wasn't necessarily like at the forefront of my mind. But I think as you get older and like friendships change or things grow, it kind of gets on your mind. I feel like life has taught me that things will happen, experiences will happen. Not like I'm just waiting for everything to happen in a way, but like I think we spoke about something before, like there's a time for everything, the Bible verse, like there's a time for everything, and I think there was a time for me to start uni, there was a time for me to get a job, and I think yes, you can, you know, put that in the Lord's hands and leave that with him, but also just go and experience life.
Yeah, it's kind of just to echo what Lois said, really. We were speaking about Ecclesiastes, and yeah, there is a time for everything, and I feel like there have been times where God has shown up for me many times when I didn't expect it. And so when it comes to relationships, it's kind of no different. When it comes, it comes. You can't really go searching for it, because I think we were speaking about this as well. Like, if you're like, oh, I want a man, and that's your sole focus, you're going to be sad.
Facts.
You're going to be down. You're going to be depressed. It's not cute.
It's not cute, it's not pretty, don't do it.
Just don't do it. So yeah, it's kind of just like with every area of your life, really. Like, just trust when it comes, it comes. It's definitely easier said than done, 100%. Because you'll have your moments where you just be like, I want a man. Like, that was me last week.
No, bro. Bro, me yesterday. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
That needs to be studied. Psychologists, right? Because you're a psychologist.
You did it.
Not me. I definitely studied criminology.
We're still working on our friendship. We're getting to know each other still.
Tomato. But there was some psychology in there.
Yeah.
I did it for A level, so but yeah, just try and trust timing, because especially when you look back at the times where you didn't think that you would get through certain periods of time, and then you're kind of living in your answered prayer, it's kind of like, oh, okay. So when it comes to relationships, you kind of just got to think of it the same way, that one day you're going to look back and you're going to be like, oh wow, like I got this, man, I prayed for this, you know what I mean? Like it's hard, but you just got a ton of vision forward.
I agree. I think also one thing that helps me get through it is when I look back to when I thought I'm ready for a relationship now, I was far from it, like far from it. Even to the point when it's like, sometimes this might seem harsh, but like I'm okay with it because it's true. But like if you look at certain points of my life when I was like seeking for a relationship, I was the guy's sister or the guy's mum. I would say, don't do it, don't date her because she's not okay, she's not ready. And like,
She's not okay.
So like if I actually have to look back at that point and be like, thank God that like I wasn't in a relationship, because I could have done damage to myself, to the other person. I need to heal even more. That person might need to heal from me. Like,
True.
So I think it's a point I actually have to trust God, because one, he's got me this far. He's got me to the point of actually now wanting a relationship, but in a different mindset, which I think is better for me as well. And I look at things differently. So if it took me X, Y amount of time for me to get to where I am now, if it takes me another 3 years, 4 years, I would rather that than be put into a relationship by myself thinking I'm ready and I'm not. So I think it's almost like I'm just trusting that God's done so much for me already and got me to this point. I've seen the growth, that if I'm supposed to be in a relationship, it can happen at his time when I am ready, and I'm okay with that. I think that's more what it is being okay with like the wait. Yeah, it depends what you want. If you want a relationship so bad now, then sure, go for it. But it's if you want a relationship a certain way, are you willing to wait for that? And if you are, then that's kind of your...
Exactly that. And I think sometimes God does give you what you really want sometimes, even though it's not meant for you at that time, if that makes sense.
It does.
Because I was reading, let me go biblical now.
Yeah.
Samuel, the book of Samuel. And they're like, oh, like, give us a king. We want a king.
Yeah.
Bro.
And it's like, So God was like, well,
Go on then.
if you want a king, I'm going to give you a king. Look how Saul turned out. So it's kind of like, you can really want these things, but if it's really not meant for you in that time, it can have bad effects further down the line. So yeah, it's really about discernment and trusting. God was supposed to be the only king.
Right.
But he said, okay, you really want it. But I guess that's the goodness of him anyway, that like, it's gracious of him to do that.
Because from that, there still was a way out. So, like, I guess this is also for people that have taken, for instance, relationships into their own hands and been like, I want it this way. And are now looking at their situation and being like, God, like, I made a mistake. I don't want this anymore. Like, this ain't right. It's okay. Because God can pull you out of that. Like, it's okay. But just go to God with that now and, like, learn from what you've been in. And God will move you past it. So, yeah, very, very true. Where can you see God then in your singleness? If we're trusting God through it, where have you seen God show his faithfulness to you in this period of being single?
I would say for me, I think last year a lot happened for me. Finished my master's in 2024, I think. And then kind of after that, it's like you're kind of in that space of what am I doing next? What am I going to do? And I think we started to do like our mood boards, our vision boards. And for me, doing that, it was nice, but it was important for me to like invite God into whatever 2025 was going to look like. And a lot of different things happened. Like I kind of thought, oh, okay, I'm not going to get a job until the end of the year. And I was managed to get a job in February, got baptized last year, started like leading like music at church, being the music leader with like friends support and stuff like that. So I feel like God is really inviting him into my life. He's allowed there to be fruit in different areas where I probably went like, oh, okay, I'm a bit tired, or I don't want to do this right now, or whatever. But I think God's like really just filled my life with stuff and things that even I'm like, am I qualified to be doing what I'm doing right now? I don't know. But he just filled my life with things and putting me in spaces where he's growing me by I'm trusting him with this, I'm trusting him with that, and he's showing up for me me in so many different ways. And sometimes, even though all of these things are happening, you be forgetting that, oh, but no, God did this, God did that. Why are you stressing? Why are you worrying? Why are you trying to like extra plan this, extra plan that? No.
The extra plan for real.
Truly, overthinking all of your next steps. But yeah, I think God's faithfulness and kind of leading me a lot last year was just how I think he's been filling my time in my singleness. Yeah.
I think I had a different take on this question. So it's probably not exactly the same. Where can I see God in my singleness? My take on that question, I think it's more of, okay, I see myself single by why I'm not in a relationship, because I see how God has protected me from what could have been. And so in my singleness now, he's showed up in different areas of life where I've been able to really focus my attention more in terms of like career, investing more in my friendships, family. And I'm not saying if I was in a relationship, I probably wouldn't be able to also invest in those areas of life. But being in a relationship takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time away from different areas. So I feel like being in my singleness, I've been able to, just focus a bit more on other things. Obviously, I still think about love and relationships, but it's not kind of been a priority for me because I feel like I've been so busy in wanting to develop myself more. Like I feel like I need to be ready in terms of, I feel like I need to have it all figured out and be this great person for when this guy comes to me. But I'm learning to like, just relax. Like if a person comes along that God has for me in that moment, even though I don't feel fulfilled in all the other areas of my life, like it's okay.
No, I agree. I think for me, in terms of where I've seen God in my singleness, both of what you said, I think in the aspect of God, like before, I feel like even at uni, when it was like, I want a relationship and I didn't have one, it was like, I'm so lonely. I don't know what to do with my time. I feel like I'm missing something. Whereas, especially last year, it just felt like I don't even have time for a relationship. Like I was speaking to my friends and I was like, don't get me wrong, a relationship would be nice, but with the things that it feels as though God's blessed me with at the moment, like church, running, this, work, all of the stuff that like I feel like God, I don't see where it would fit. So I almost feel like God's blessed me with, he's just filled my time almost, where I don't feel a lack of. Don't get me wrong, still like you have moments, February's here, I'm still like, it would be nice, it would be nice. I'm not saying that, but on a day to day, it's not something where it's like I can't function because I don't have a relationship or I'm not where I want to be. It's more like, you know what, I've got stuff going on and like I feel blessed in that moment and take it as, because even I think I said like even traveling last year, like if I was in a relationship, I might have found that really hard because I'm not with this person that is like such a big part of me. But being single in that, I could just enjoy it for what it was and just like switch off from home for a moment and just be in that moment. So yeah, I think in that way I've seen God work there, but then I've also seen God be like, you weren't ready, and him making me ready. I really like how you said it's almost a prayer, not always just being like, God, get me this man, but almost God, show me where I may not be ready, where I need to work on, where I need to be better for my future, and invite him into that. And I think I've seen so much of that the past couple of years, and it's hard, it's painful sometimes because it's recognizing like you're not where you thought you were, or I need to work on this, but knowing that God's doing that, it's just like, okay, you're like, I'm gonna welcome it because I'm bettering myself, and God's bettering me, and I'm happy with that because you can see the fruits of that moving forward. I think
as well, people go into relationships sometimes expecting that partner to be their everything, and then it's kind of like, we're all human, like we're literally all imperfect, so you're now trying to rely on another imperfect human being to kind of like give you everything that you want. It's like, you don't even know who you are yourself. Like, know who you are, and then you won't be looking for certain things that you're finding
in someone else that isn't perfect. So when they make a mistake, not even if, we're human, when they make a mistake, it's not going to be as like earth-shattering because you already know who you are without them.
Bringing God back into it. I feel like this time where I am single, and it's
we are guys.
In this time where we're single, it's like bringing God into it. We're having time to really develop that relationship with him. So like when that person comes along, and if they do something odd, they do something wrong, or they do some whatever it is, like you're not looking for them for a source of joy, a source of peace, a source of comfort. I already have that in my relationship with the Lord. So I'm not looking for you to be perfect in everything. When it comes to that relationship, you have a certain, not grace as in anything's gonna go, that's not what I'm saying, but it's just a certain like grace for that person and seeing more things through God's lens, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In that time where God's been working on you and showing you and revealing, you can be like, I wouldn't have got there without God. So, because relationship is working with someone, isn't it? It's not just the lovey-dovey stuff. It's like, are you partnering with that person? So now partnering with someone, you can show them that same grace that God's shown you. And again, there's levels to it, but like, it's not a, you must meet my needs, and if you don't, get out. It's more like, you know what? Let's work for it kind of thing. Yeah.
I just want to say as well, like kind of just going off what you guys said, to say my relationship with God isn't like nowhere near where I want it to be, but you still try every day. And I think the more you spend with God or in his word, you see the characteristics of him, you'll see that how you want that in someone else.
Yeah.
So then you start to choose a bit more carefully of who you're going for. So if you see God as love or compassionate, all these things, it's kind of like, okay, I'm now going to try and look for someone that has also shown those qualities. Because at the end of the day, we're made in his image. So it's like, we have the ability to be able to show those characteristics, is what I'm trying to say. And you can go out looking for that.
Final one is, what advice would you give someone who is in their single season?
Enjoy it. Like, this is the only time that you're probably going to be as free as you are. You're not in a relationship where you're constantly having to think about someone else's needs. It's kind of like you're just doing you with God, but you're just doing you. You can achieve so much. You can do so much. Relationships isn't the be all end all of life. There are so many different areas of life where you can be working on yourself and kind of impacting others as well. It's not a race. It's not a marathon. I think it's easy to compare to other people. Everyone's at different stages of life. Focus on God. Focus on your own race, and everything will fall into place when it needs to.
I would just add on to what Samara said about enjoy life, go and see what God has for you, go and make friends, go to events, do things, experience things. And I feel like as you go along in life, as you're walking with the Lord, he'll take you.
It's a great time to be in, guys. I'm not saying that I don't want a man though.
Applications are open. Just DM me and Alan.
But I'm also having fun.
I think what's crazy is, I can't lie, when you first said enjoy yourself, part of me was like, because I've just heard that so many times, even when you were like, go to events, I thought, oh, because I've heard, but it's so true though, like enjoy it, because you don't know, that sounds crazy, you don't know how long you've got left. I don't mean that, but...
Wait.
Also, I mean as in like...
But sorry, go on.
You have this free time, and what Zamara said, like, a relationship is a blessing and I will take it with open arms. But if I look at what I've got now, which I love in terms of the time that I can spend with my friends, my family, running, church, all of that good stuff, and there's more stuff that I want to do, and I'm like, how am I going to do it all? I don't even have a relationship, but I'm at a point where I'm like, let me just welcome it. Whatever God is throwing my way, like, let me welcome it and enjoy that I can. And I think this might sound crazy, but hear me out. But I came home from work one day and I was getting ready for bed. And then I literally got into my bed and I just started like praying, but kind of like just being like, oh God, this is what I did today. This is what I did, whatever. And I was like, if I was in a relationship or like the past times that I was speaking to people, that's when I would have used that time, because I would have called them and been like, oh, so how was your day? What have you been doing?
Yeah.
And it's like, even in your singleness, especially as a Christian, you can actually use that time to spend that more time with God and get to know him more. Like, use that almost as a, people say this all the time and it's a bit like, but use that as a time to like date God, get to know him, let him know what you're going through and build that relationship, so that when you're then in a relationship, God doesn't become second, because he is so firm in where you're at that like no one can overtake. Another thing I would just say is use that time to solidify them relationships that you have currently, work on that, build on that, and enjoy it and get to know God more, because he wants to get to know you.
Yeah, 100%.
But are we done? Yeah.
Oh, I like this. I don't want it to be done.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. I've had a great time. Have you guys had a good time?
Had a great time. Great time.
Please let us know if you have any other questions that you want to hear from the videos. If you have any comments from the questions that have been answered or any points that have been made, let us know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you again next week for episode 2 of Video Journals Season 2. Bye!